Hi, everybody. My name is Jonathan from Trendy Trading. Today, I wanted to talk to you about furus. That's right. Instead of me just sending out a tweet, I wanted you to be able to hear my voice and kind of talk through this with everybody so that you can kind of understand where I'm coming from. First of all, as a disclaimer, I'm not blowing out anyone's candle to make mine brighter. However, I do want to touch on transparency. So furus are typically like traders who have only been in the market, say, for a couple months, maybe a year. And in 2021, we saw a lot of overvalued stocks. There was a lot of situations, even in 2020, where we could just take a trade. Things look good when the market's moving up. The service is doing really great. And then when the market starts to pull back or we have a lot of chop, which can be probably the most hardest conditions to trade, you see not only do furus have a really hard time, but so do professional traders. But at the end of the day, I don't know about you, but I really want to understand why maybe a trade didn't work out. What you find with furu services is that the traders don't have the experience that a lot of professional traders have in the market. And so when it comes down to that, they're unable to explain to you maybe why price reacted the way it did off of top targets or lower targets. And say in targets, a lot of furus don't have targets. So I want to talk about a couple things that you might find, or at least what I experienced when I was probably at your level. So just so that you understand, I started just like you, most likely just like you, where I went to Twitter, I looked for the most popular names. I then looked to trade from those guys, and then I found out really quickly that was not a process. And then I started paying for services. And I learned a lot of things by looking into these services. Is that at first, the P&L that a lot of traders like to use, no matter what I did, no matter how I tried to copy them, I could not replicate what they were showing me. Okay, one, either the trade wasn't there like they said it was, or two, I didn't have the capital to be able to trade as big as them. But even when just paper trading and copying them, the trades weren't very successful at all. A lot of times these traders, they get you into a trade after they've been in it. They get out of the trade before they even let you know they're out. So that leads me to my first thing. Like, what are some signs of a furu? I'm going to tell you right now, one big sign is alerts. Okay, so a lot of these traders use written alerts. They will not do brokerage trades. Now, to this date, it is 6th of December 2021. I have probably reached out to about 20 different services. No reason to say any names, and I asked them all if they would like to get in touch with my developer, who will get them connected to their API and be able to show you real alerts within milliseconds. Now, as a disclaimer, here at Trendy Trading, I don't use alerts to tell my traders, hey, you buy this. I'm not a broker. What that's there for is proof of concept. So it's showing you that even as a professional trader, that not only do I sometimes make money, but I also lose money. So they're getting this data within milliseconds. And so I feel really good about that. So the written alerts that you get from furus, I'll kind of like tune you in why they decide to do stuff like this. So they do this because if they give you an entry, okay, now Trendy Trading is made up of all proprietary trading scripts that we have developed, and they're on our screen. So if I get a buy signal on something, I could simply write out, hey, I'm getting long this, and my expiration is X, Y, and Z. Now, you won't know when I trim, when I exit, or if I get stopped out. Sure, I could give you a stop loss, but who knows if I actually got out when I said I did. So what they like to do is when you ask them these questions, hey, are you still in? Are you getting out? One, they'll probably ignore you, and they won't give you an answer. The second thing is they use this in their corner, because if they don't answer you and they're not giving you that 100% alert from their brokerage, then guess what happens? They're able to market it, right? So something that might have went down 60, 70%, maybe they're sweating, they told you they went really big, and then all of a sudden, let's say that they bought it for $2 and it goes to 20. Right? It's 1,000% gain. What they're able to do is market that to a lot of new traders, right? And so they're telling you, hey, I took this trade at 2 and I got out at 20, right? Why wouldn't you believe them? Well, here's my thing, folks. If they're unable to answer me or take the opportunity to show you their real brokerage trades, do you really think that they're taking the trades? And even if they were, why are they so against showing you what they're actually doing? Well, that's because a lot of these traders, leads me to my second point, are taking a lot of other trades on the side. So, for example, I could go long Apple today and I go pretty big and I'm telling my room, oh my goodness, man, this one I feel so convicted about. I'm going to take this trade big. And then when it starts to come against me, what I could be doing in my other account is actually buying a put. So I feel safeguarded, but I'm not letting you know that. Right? So there's like all these little things that these furus can do to trick you. This is my point. I was where you were, and what I'm telling you right now, you're going to get what you pay for. If you're paying for a service, let's just say that the average price out there right now, I would say is probably somewhere between 149 and maybe 200 for a subscription service to a trader who's teaching, and in a lot of cases, they're charging this type of money, and they actually don't have any sort of system or process. They're just using typical levels that you could find through an education video for free on YouTube. What they're doing is, they're charging somewhere around there. But if you were to, if that's the average and you're signing up for a service that's charging you somewhere between like 29, 39, 49, 59, somewhere in that ballpark. Now, this doesn't include like, Black Friday sales or Christmas sales or some kind of Labor Day sale. People can do whatever they like to do. But if this is like the average cost of what you're paying for this type of service, you're going to get what you pay for, folks. What I'm saying is you're going to get in one of these rooms. It's going to be very noisy. You're going to find that most of the traders in there who are talking in chat have zero idea of why they just got stopped out, what the moderator's doing, where to get out, far as like targets if you're even making money. And so I want to at least try to direct you to a service. It doesn't have to be me. All right. But I've been looking for almost, and all my members know this, we've been looking through services for almost, I would say a good 5 to 6 years now. And I've still to this day had a very hard time finding anybody that is actually 100% transparent. Again, I would challenge you to find somebody who has their brokerage alerts or brokerage trades connected to the room to show you full transparency. Not only do I stand behind what I'm saying, we actually do this here at Trendy Trading. And on top of that, I actually have a repeatable process that I can teach you. Okay, what that means is that I can teach you to be consistent in the market. It doesn't mean that I promise you that you're going to be profitable, because at the end of the day, I'm going to give you the best levels there are in the market. I'm going to show you over and over. If you've been following me on Twitter, whether you're in the room and you're seeing the proof of concept, like I will give you a level. This is where I'm going to go long. This is where price is going to retrace after we trim out a target. After all of that, even though you may have all those levels and you listen to me, it does not mean you're going to be profitable. One of the biggest challenges in trading is yourself. What's between these ears is what really counts. And it takes a lot of discipline, a lot of time, and it takes many, many years to perfect. I promise you that. There's nothing that is that easy, whether it's trading or you really learning your craftsmanship with your job. You all understand that it takes time, and there's nothing different with trading. I encourage you to check us out at trendytrading.co just to listen in on this, okay? We have a trial. We also have some great specials that come a couple times throughout the year, but you're going to get what you pay for, all right? And we're going to teach you how to find those levels, how to use Fibonacci, how to pinpoint supply and demand, how to look for resistance and support, how to trade around our proprietary scripts, how to read our scripts. Nothing is secret in this room, and I'm willing to teach you all of that. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, and I hope that you drop your furu and come check us out at trendytrading.co.